Hey everyone, welcome to Death Moth Tarot. My name is Red and I want to thank you all for being here. Today's pick a card reading is on the next 30 days. So though I am recording this around the month of December, this is a timeless reading. So we have three options today. Pile number 1 is green, pile number 2 is red, and pile number 3 is blue. Take a second, pause the video, see which one is calling out to you the most, and we'll go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Hey guys, if you chose pile 1 with the green, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on the next 30 days. First out, we have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Cups in reverse with the Hanged Man in reverse. Let me get a few more. We have the Knight of Wands. With the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Okay, let's see, pile 1. So in the next 30 days, pile 1, you guys have a lot going on. There is a lot of shaken up, compartmentalized energy here. I feel like there are a lot of individual specific situations that you guys have going on. And this isn't necessarily a normal thing from you. That is what I'm intuitively getting. But anyhow, this is very much so compartmentalized right now. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking this down. First up, we've got these two, the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. This is, for one, with the King of Cups in reverse, this is not a emotionally sound king whatsoever. This is a very selfish, emotionally selfish king. When this is in reverse, this is for the betterment of I, let's say, the betterment of I. And the emotions are often very much so suppressed with this king when it is in reverse, okay? And we do have the Five of Cups in reverse. You guys may have gone through something specifically which you guys deemed as unsalvageable. So everything that was invested into it and every emotion that you had, every thought you had towards it, at that point was deemed null and void. Once you realize, okay, I don't think there's much I can do with this specific situation, I don't think there's any saving this specific situation, you completely canceled out the entire thing. So within the next 30 days, that is kind of bringing those suppressed situations, thoughts, emotions, all of it, bringing all of it to the forefront, processing it and dealing with it that way. It's not lingering anymore. You can take what you can from the situation and then fully let go of the rest, okay? You can't let go of everything because then it would have technically been for nothing, okay? If you didn't get out of the situation what you needed to, even if it was a lesson per se, okay, pile 1. So moving on with this, the Hanged Man in reverse. This, what people often miss with the Hanged Man is the Hanged Man is a martyr and chooses to make a sacrifice, okay, when it is upright. When it is in reverse, this is not having necessarily the greatest perspective towards something or an outcome, a situation, a goal, not looking at it necessarily through the right lens, if you want to look at it that way. The perspective is distorted, but also it talks about not being willing to make the proper sacrifices needed in a situation in order to move forward with that Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very confident, driven knight. There's no stopping him. He's moving full forward because he is sure of himself, okay? This is a very unsure energy. So wherever there is some uncertainty in your life about a certain aspect, money, love, spirituality, whatever it may be, wherever there is uncertainty, that is the area that they are talking about that needs to be focused on. And you need to look at it from a different or higher perspective, okay? And when you do so, there may be certain things that you will need to adjust or possibly sacrifice, give up. It's a give and take. Okay, there's give and take in this, and you will realize that. So once you do see what do I need to give and what will be taken in order for me to reach my goals or the specific goal, I need to be willing to do the work that comes with it so I can confidently move forward, okay? Because with this Five of Pentacles, this is talking about not necessarily feeling supported or like there is support near and around you. Maybe this is a soul mission, or this part of your life has been very much so an individual part of your life. Not very many people are included on this particular part of your path. Okay, so maybe you in your mind, you feel like I can't really bring anybody else into this for support. I need to do it on my own. Okay, that may be true. I'm not saying that's not a fact. This is a time for you to do things on your own, but you need to know when, with that King of Swords, when you need to step outside of yourself, step outside of your comfort zone and seek information or resources elsewhere, okay? Know when to seek information and resources elsewhere, pile one, because you can do it independently. And the King of Swords is a very independent leader type energy anyway. He's going to do it on his own. He doesn't need your help. He doesn't need your input. But in order for us to not only see things from a new perspective, but actually follow through with the action of doing things differently, you're going to need to have new knowledge. You're going to have new wisdom if you're doing something new. In order to follow through with it confidently, you're going to want to know what the heck you're doing in the first place. Okay, pile one. So, granted, this is a soul part of your mission, your journey, your path. Don't be so self-involved and self-focused that you are afraid to learn elsewhere, okay? We have Dragon with Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Exactly. This is talking about wisdom as well. Dragons are known for their wisdom. Also, it is talking about wise sage. You guys, they're not denying that. You guys are very, very, very smart on your own. But maybe you're not the type to take other people's advice. My ears are ringing really bad, so you guys probably won't like that message, but you guys don't want to necessarily take information or advice from other people all the time. You guys feel like, oh, maybe I do have it. Well, Spirit's kind of saying maybe you don't quite have it all. Okay, so you can always learn something new. We are never done learning, okay? So don't be afraid to go outside of yourself to learn something new. Rise with dignity. Mastery is your destiny, and part of mastery is learning, wisdom, studying, knowledge, okay? You have to practice, become a master at anything. We have power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I will never give up. I will succeed. Okay, so you guys are very... So I'm going to say it because I was dodging it earlier, and I'm not a dodger. I'm a Gemini, okay, guys? I'm not going to dodge anything. You guys are very much so powerful individuals. You guys have strong energies on your own. You guys may be the alpha type energy, okay? You may be a fire sign as well, or an earth sign, but you guys have a certain energy about you. And to some, that energy is intimidating and off-putting, and to others, they love it, they eat it up, and they would like you to be their leader or to lead. They look to you for advice. They trust your advice because of your energy, let's say. You guys need to be leaders willing to listen to other leaders who might be bigger leaders than what you are, okay? I'm just being honest. You guys can be tough cookies, and you guys may be hot-ish, but there's always room to expand and grow and learn more, okay? So don't be so, I'll say it, full of yourself that you think that anybody else's advice or help would not be any more useful or helpful than what you can do for yourself, okay? Because they are, again, talking about being willing to see things from a higher or different perspective, aka an outside perspective for you guys, okay? So when you are able to see from the outside looking in within the next 30 days, that's going to be like a big shift for you guys, because it's going to be like that light bulb drop, like it's a drop of a dime situation. You guys will have that light bulb go off, and it'll all make sense, and you'll get it, and then you can move forward confidently, because you're like, okay, I can still do it on my own, but now I'm fully prepared. Okay, I'm fully prepared. We had one fall on the floor, and it is the frog with prosperity, and that's that Five of Pentacles. Not necessarily feeling supported, and this is complete opposite. That is that light bulb going off. Again, drop of a dime, 180. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Exactly. They're waiting for you to have this light bulb moment so they can bless you. Okay? You guys have some blessings in the air. You guys have some manifestations in the air. I've talked about this before, that when there are certain things that are skipped over, not done, or people try to take shortcuts, you guys do miss out on blessings, and your manifestations, aka your blessings, will literally be just dangling in the air until you're in the right energy and position to attract them and bring them down to the physical. Okay? And that's exactly what's happening. There's nothing here talking about money. This is a message in and of itself. A very, like this, that's what I was saying. It's very much compartmentalized. These go together, these go together. This is by itself. Okay? That's why. Because we are turning that lack of support or lack of finances, or there not being enough currently, to the complete opposite of it. And this is something you guys can do in the next 30 days, pile one. Okay? Abundance and good fortune await you. Are you going to look for that information now? I think that might be a little bit of that motivation right there for you. Okay? So be willing to see it from the outside looking in, and from a higher or different perspective. That is part of the King of Swords. The King of Swords can always see from all perspectives. He sees both sides of a story. He can see from the outside looking in, the inside looking out. Alrighty? And makes rational decisions based off of all perspectives. And is always open to new advice and new ways of thinking, and new information. Is never done learning. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Okay. And that's the thing. They're kind of expecting a little more out of you, and they know you can do it, and they know that you are very, very, very smart individuals. Pile one, you guys are like extremely smart people, is what they're telling me. They know you can do it, and they know that you are tapped in and tuned in enough. Now, you don't have to be some shaman, spiritual guru, like mystic, but you guys are definitely spiritually tapped in and tuned in enough to the point where, like, you know, when you know better, you do better. You guys know that is my phrase. When you know better, you do better. They are on a roll with that right now. They're like pile one. When you know better, you do better. We kind of expect more from you because you are so smart and so knowledgeable and such a powerful individual. We know you're way more than capable of conquering this whole situation to the point where you should have been here already. It's kind of what they're saying, you know? There's no reason for this Five of Pentacles to be on the table right now. And the only reason the Five of Pentacles is on the table when it comes to lack with finances or material things is because of the lack thereof shifting the perspective. Okay? Do not be so rigid and stuck in your ways and think that you have it down pat that you trap yourself and block yourself, because that's exactly what this is a self-imposed blockage due to a mental perspective. Okay? So let's see, we've got this, it's a love oracle deck, but I shuffle anyway. It has a little bit of everything. You have talking coming out first, interested, conversing more, awaited messages arrive, text, call, emails, hovering. You guys are hovering on making this shift. That's what took so long. You're not hovering anymore. Don't worry about it. After this reading, I'm not worried about you guys. You got this. But there's something you're hovering on outside. There's an opportunity you didn't go for. There's an email, a text, a call you didn't send. There's a job you wanted to apply for but never did. There's something you have up in the air. Again, that manifestation in the air they're trying to give to you. It has to do with your money. And it's something you didn't follow through with. And maybe it's something you weren't really seeing at the time as an opportunity for you because you weren't looking at it in the right way. Okay? So there's something in the air that you hesitated on, you hovered on, you didn't follow through all the way. But when you follow through, it's going to pay off, is what they're saying. Pile 1, okay? So whatever you didn't send or finish, whatever you hesitated on, do it, okay? We have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues, okay? So part of why you couldn't see the new perspective is because you have issues with moving forward past things. Maybe things play over in your head, and that's why sometimes you feel the need to suppress them or push them away and just lock them up altogether. Because when it comes time to the processing part of it and moving through it, the moving through is the hardest part for you, okay? The waters of that moving through are very turbulent for you guys specifically. So moving through this time will be a little bit differently because you will be in a different energy, okay? But also, if there was a worry when it comes to the things that you need on a day-to-day, they are saying, by you doing the spiritual work, we will provide you with the material things that you will need, okay? Of course, you still do your part, do the things you've still been doing. Don't slack off and think spirits automatically got you. Like, they're not saying that. Keep doing what you're doing. But as long as you keep taking care of yourself and doing the necessary work, they're going to support you, okay? You don't need to go outside of yourself because you've got spirit there to support you. Absolutely. But just take care of yourself, okay? Everything else will be provided for as long as you work on your progression. And see, we have the Phoenix. That's why. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. Changed mind. You guys are transforming. Things are changing. Things are expanding and growing for you, pile 1, when it comes to your finances and your physical reality. Absolutely. So they are trying to get you ready for that. And honestly, it's something that could have been here sooner, is what they're saying. We have breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Exactly. Stop the pattern. Abandonment. This is abandoning that pattern, like dropping it like it's hot. Dropping that pattern immediately is that abandonment. But breakup and separation, maybe a few of you do have an ex that you need to axe, like energy wise, cord wise. Get rid of some of that extra energy. But majority of you, this is talking about the pattern. Bottom of the deck, we have focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Okay, heavy on the shadow work, but time to heal and move forward. Again, focusing on yourself and appreciating yourself, your journey, the growth of it. This is a part of the journey. Whether it's good or bad, it's all a part of your journey, and they want you to enjoy the journey. Okay, you can't just get to the destination without having the journey to the destination, pile 1. Okay. So I feel like you guys may have, again, in the past been suppressing some things. And again, they're saying the things you were suppressing are all a part of your journey. Now that you're looking at it from a different perspective, you're seeing that for yourself. You're seeing what you can improve on. You're seeing what you do like and the things you are doing really well with that self-appreciation. You're kind of giving yourself a pat on the back too for the good things. But don't be afraid to bring up the not so good things either, okay? And the shadow work. That's part of it. The good and the bad. Alrighty, so let's get you guys some stay positive. We have love yourself first and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. Lucille Ball. Okay, I love Lucy. Okay, love yourself first and everything else falls into line. Okay. We're doing this for you. Of course. Of course. But with this self-appreciation, this is who you've always been. They're just realigning you with it. You have always been a very powerful person in energy. You've always been a leader. You've always been the type of energy that was meant to do something important in this world, okay? They're just reminding you of that and wanting you to see that and appreciate that and utilize it in the best way possible. Because again, when you hovered on this opportunity, you are not utilizing your full potential by hovering, okay? We have replaced the word problem with challenge. Problem suggests that what we are facing has to be a downer, but it doesn't. Life is about embracing challenges, okay? It's all a part of the journey. Don't get so frustrated or annoyed with it that you just cancel the whole freaking thing. Throw the whole thing away at this point. Like, I feel like you guys get like that sometimes. No, it's not a problem. It's a challenge, and it's a challenge that you can overcome, okay? Just a different perspective. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Exactly. Changed mind, new phase, renew, transformation. You're embracing a new life, pile 1. You're walking into a new reality, and it's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot in that new reality to be happy about. Notice other people's accomplishments and say, great job. When you help someone else feel good, you're more likely to feel good as well. So maybe in the past with the silent treatment, you guys were always, like I said, you guys felt very individualized, very much by yourself, very much so lacking the physical support from people. So all of the things that you wanted to hear, put those words, that energy out into the universe. Say it out loud. Say it to other people. You need to hear it regardless, okay? And the more you put it out into the universe and you're hearing it, even if you're saying it to yourself in the mirror, for Christ's sake, do what works. Say it to others. Say it to yourself. Keep saying it, because that becomes a habit and a pattern, and that's something that will stick in your mind, okay? And the more it sticks, the more you'll believe it. That's no different than repeating affirmations consistently. Eventually you believe them, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have, do you believe that positivity can spread from person to person? Why or why not? Okay. Do you? I believe so. And it's looking like on here you guys possibly do too. And that's the second thing they're talking about, putting out good energy in order to receive it, okay? So the more you elevate yourself, the more positive energy you put out, the more you will attract, and the more people will appreciate that energy within you, the more recognition you will receive. If recognition is something you guys were not receiving in the past, pile 1, okay? So take care of yourself. Good energy is coming in. You have prosperity. You have some blessings hanging in the air right now. The more good energy you put out and the more you take care of yourself, the more attractive you guys are becoming right now. Absolutely, okay? Focus on your growth. Focus on your new phase in life, your renewal, your transformation with that Phoenix. That is absolutely important. And whatever you hovered on, follow through, because you'll see that prosperity. It absolutely will pay off. Okay, pile 1, so thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I will be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose pile 2 with the red, then this is your reading. If you guys hear the heater in the background, I apologize in advance. It is cold here. Anywho, we are doing again the next 30 days, and we're going to start with your tarot first. First out, we have the 8 of Wands. That came out in pile 1, but it came out in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Let's get a few more. The 10 of Wands. And the King of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. All right, I know exactly where they're going with this. You guys, majority of you guys have likely been continuously watching some of my videos, because this is a continuous message. Pile 2. I'm actually going to start in the middle. with this Eight of Swords and this Ten of Wands, pile 2, you guys chose or are choosing in the next 30 days to cut cords with all the things that are weighing you down, all of the extra weight, all of the unnecessary weight that you're carrying right now when it comes to what you're doing in the physical world, okay? If this is not necessarily like internal baggage, this is external weight. All right, pile 2, you guys chose to cut the cord to that. You guys are choosing to not be bound to it anymore, because the Eight of Swords is literally being so tightly bound and so tightly wrapped up in something. You see no way out. You guys saw a way out and took it the very second you found it. Absolutely. Take it how it applies. It can apply in any aspect of your life, but you guys saw an opportunity to get yourselves out of something that was overbearing you. It was too much. It was overwhelming, and you guys walked away, okay? Now, with this Eight of Wands, like I said, it came out in pile 1, but it came out in reverse. With the Eight of Wands, that is a very fast-paced energy. You guys are starting out the next 30 days with a very ambitious drive, a very passionate, quick-moving drive and empowerment energy within you, to the point where you feel unstoppable. But also behind that, some of you guys may be Cancers too. I'm seeing this little crab here. With this Queen of Cups, you guys are deep diving into the subconscious and the conscious, but you are finding those desires that you guys were previously denying yourself, and you're going after them, okay? You're releasing where it was just overwhelming, overbearing, nothing giving back. And if it was giving you anything, it was just a hurt back and a headache, you know, and you're choosing to find happiness elsewhere and actually following through with it and going after it, okay? The only negative that I am seeing with this is the King of Wands in reverse. This is going 2 different ways for you guys, pile 2. For half of you, this is talking about your possible lack of confidence, or needing to work with your confidence and self-esteem more, so that way you do feel more driven and powerful when following through. But for the other half of you, I feel like you guys are already very much so powerful, driven people, that to the point where that fire becomes too passionate, too driven, overwhelming, to a sense where you guys then become that Ten of Wands to those around you. Okay, I'm just being honest. It can be almost the darker negative aspect of the Leo energy, okay? You know, the unevolved version of the Leo is someone who can be a tad bit self-focused, of course, but also a little full of themselves, let's say. My way or the highway. That in and of itself is easily going to become the Ten of Wands to everyone who interacts with that energy. You get what I'm saying? So for some of you, I feel like you need to increase or work on your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And then for some of you, you guys need to put the brakes on it a little bit and be willing to humble yourselves just a tad bit, because there is a very thin line between being very, very confident and sure of yourself and then being overly confident and sure of yourself. You think you're the world's biggest, greatest gift and yada yada whoop-de-whoop. Okay, we know this. Anywho, it's a very fine line. We don't want to get a little overzealous with it, let's say. Okay, pile 2. So either way, you guys are very powerful, or moving into very powerful energy. With that Seven of Cups, that is choosing to fine-tune and focus in on 1 or 2 specific goals. Again, dropping off the extra weight, fine-tuning what you truly do desire, what is deep within your heart and your mind, your soul, and following through with those. Okay? 1 or 2 things possibly, nothing too much. We're ridding ourselves of too much. Okay? Let's get you guys some oracle. If our candle goes out, I will relight it. We have the Tiger with fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Okay, again, that fire energy, confidence, self-esteem, passion, fire. Okay. In the next 30 days, you guys are moving into this Tiger fire energy. And again, that is why they were reiterating on that. Keep it in check. Keep it in check, pile 2. Because when you are trying to attract more, we want our vibration to be as elevated as possible. That way we are able to attract the most. if that makes sense. And not only that, we want to attract the good things, because you can still attract things while in this energy, but it won't be good. You know, we want to attract the best things possible, so that way we can reach those desires and get the outcomes that we would prefer to see. All right, we have to prepare ourselves and be powerful enough and passionate enough to go after it, hand in hand with this Eight of Wands. We have personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace their qualities. So, what does your life look like? When you think of the elevated version of yourself, when you think of what the best possible outcome of your life could be, what does it look like, and who is the person living that life? How do they act? What do they do? How do they think? How do they move? Okay? Because that is the energy that they are asking you to align with. That is almost that quantum leap and manifesting that new lifestyle for yourself, the new reality, and even elevating and evolving your overall being, whether that's internal or external. Okay? It's an evolution of it all. So in order to manifest that, you need to be able to see it. That way you can walk in that energy and walk in that life now to bring it in quicker, because this, again, is a fast energy, and we are talking about the next 30 days. You guys could be moving into this new lifestyle for yourself in the next 30 days if you want it bad enough and you apply yourself. Okay? Again, my quantum leap pile, you guys keep picking pile 2, I believe. Majority of you, if you've been here for a little while, you guys are probably still picking pile 2 from the past. We have vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility and avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Okay, so there's a touch on integrity here, and also humbling yourself again. You guys can be very bright energies. You guys can be very attractive people, and people kind of put you guys on a pedestal, pile 2. Let's just be real. That's kind of the energy I'm getting at. Even if you guys typically tend to be very humble people, you are approached on a pedestal. Okay? So, again, that can easily go left if you're consistently catered to and approached like that. You can get a little full of yourself very, very quick, and especially when you start to see things changing for the better, it's real quick to, you know, change. So that's what they're saying. Keep it in check, keep it in check, keep it in check. Be confident, but keep it in check. Alrighty, because just as quick as they can give it to you, they can take it away. Bottom of the deck, we have dolphin with play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. So for those of you who are working on boosting your self-esteem and your confidence, this is talking about releasing the fears that you have about stepping into the light. Okay, stepping into that. Maybe some of you guys are shy naturally or have a thing with being seen, and that whole vibrancy and being attractive kind of scares you. Have fun with it is what they're saying with the play. When you change your perspective and look at it differently, it'll kind of alleviate some of those fears for you, okay? And then for those of you who are already very much so in your confidence and don't need much of a boost, okay, this is saying to dive into more wisdom, if anything, getting to know yourself on a different level and going with the flow in that area, because I feel like it gets much, much deeper than just the physical aesthetics and the outside lifestyle, okay? There's so much more to it, and I feel like you guys have the outside lifestyle and the aesthetic version of it down pat to the point where you guys need to realign with your internal self and your higher self now, okay? Pile 1 was talking about tapping into the physical reality, where you guys are more so checking off a couple boxes in the physical and then moving into the spiritual, okay? We have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. So you guys are, again, evolving. I have a video on that. But also you guys are transforming internally and externally, okay? But there is also a touch on preparing for union. If you're not already in a relationship, they're trying to get you in the best possible position to even attract those things if that is a deep desire of yours, okay? Some of you could be a Cancer Venus as well. And see, as I say that, we have wedding rings coming out. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. For those of you who are already in a relationship, they are trying to make sure that that relationship has some longevity. And if it is something that is not supposed to have longevity, that may be part of what needs to be cut and cleared. Okay? Because it is weighing you down and prohibiting you from floating and flying to better, let's say. Okay? Also, for the singles, preparing you for love, and then we have wedding. If you guys want something long-term, something with longevity, again, you have to be in the best position possible, because this is a drastic change with the wedding rings going from single to committed long-term. Very much so. Doesn't mean a marriage per se, but committed long-term. That is a very drastic change. Okay, so in order to be ready for that drastic change, it doesn't necessarily mean it's coming in the next 30 days. You could meet someone who's a possibility, but, sorry, excuse the bird, but regardless, single to committed, I have to be prepared for that. I have to be ready for that. And if I'm not happy within myself and I have some things that I need to bring to a close in my own personal life, then I won't be ready for that quite yet. So in the next 30 days, we're closing out some cycles and closing out some things so that way we can make room for a possible relationship or deepening of one that is already there. Expansion of an already current relationship, pile 2. Okay? We have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. You guys are going to meet someone very drastically, pile 2. If you are single, things are going to move very fast in your love life in the next 30 days. That's why they're talking about making room for that relationship, but also making sure you're as attractive as possible and not carrying any repellent energy. Okay? We have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. You guys may be a little jaded when it comes to moving forward with new love or advancing your current relationship. And that's what they're saying. Be open-minded, be open-hearted, be willing to move forward. And we have the candle going out at that moment. Be willing to close out old cycles, or even if it's in your current relationship and there are certain things from the past that keep coming up, be willing to move forward from those things so that way we're not stuck in it. Okay? Okay, we're back. Bottom of the deck, we have I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. Alrighty, pile 2. In the next 30 days, you have someone confessing, possibly, or meeting someone who is not already on your radar or in your vicinity that will like you and you will like them back. Absolutely. So not carrying that jaded energy into that, obviously, is going to be very helpful. You don't want to automatically taint this connection. That could possibly be very much so reciprocal. Okay? We do have 2 hearts here. And it says, I like you. So be willing and open to trying something new. And if you're already in a relationship, be willing again to transform that relationship, moving forward, freeing yourselves of anything that's prohibiting you guys from advancing and deepening your connection, but also enjoying your connection more. Okay? So I like you, you like me, let's try this. It's kind of what I'm getting. Let's try it. So I gotta put my best foot forward and be open-minded as possible. Let's get you guys some Stay Positive cards. How do you typically respond when you encounter setbacks and challenges? How can you respond in a more positive way next time? So that came out on fire, on top of fire. Some of you guys could be hotheads. Some of you guys could be some feisty, fiery, spicy people. And next time you get put in a predicament to where you kind of want to just pop off or pop your ish, try to stop yourself dead in your tracks and reevaluate the situation or reevaluate your response. That way, again, you are able to give a more elevated response back and the situation doesn't necessarily have to turn out in a negative way, okay? Or the situation, setbacks, challenges, whatever it may be, you don't have to necessarily respond in the worst way. You can respond back better than what you were in the past, okay? So if it gets you out of character really quick, count to 10 and take a deep breath, pal, too. Okay? We have, you can't let your failures define you. You have to let them teach you. Okay? So when it comes to commitment, if it didn't work in the past, that doesn't define your entire love life. That's not the gist of your entire love life, pal, too. That was just something that happened during the journey. That's not necessarily what your future is going to look like, so you don't have to go into a new possible connection thinking that, okay? Because you're automatically going to taint it yet again. Self-sabotage. You guys may have a tendency and a habit of sabotaging your relationships or new connections, inviting in new connections, let's say. That's better. You guys may sabotage new connections because of past relationships. The next time you want to complain about a problem, offer a solution instead, okay? So this is going to be very, very shocking when this person comes in and things start shifting and changing, whether that's in your desires individually or with your love life. Things will be changing very drastically. And again, since this is happening very quick, you will be tested again very quick when things come in. So again, putting that level-headed energy back into play. And if you do have the need or feel the need, let's say if you feel the need or the urge to kind of pop off or get a little bit out of character, or you get a little frustrated, let's say, stopping it dead in its tracks and grounding yourself again, centering yourself. That way you can give a very grounded and centered response again, okay? Because things will get shaken up very quickly. And if someone does come in very, very drastically, it's not saying they're going to like piss you off right off rip and things are going to go south. No, they're just saying you're going to be put into a elevated connection very quickly, and you are going to have to catch up. You are going to have to catch up to this connection, okay? Are you going to catch up to it, or are you going to sabotage it? It says, have you ever felt like you were stuck in a negative emotion such as frustration, anger, or annoyance? What could you do to unstick yourself? Oh, goodness, you guys. What is so frustrating about your love life? If you guys want to talk about it in the comments, I will respond, pile 2. But you guys have been extremely frustrated with your love life, and that's okay. But you cannot take those frustrations out on someone who didn't do it to you. So keep that in mind. And when you do meet someone, especially when they seem as genuine as this possible new person coming in for you guys have to like tell yourselves, they didn't do it to me. They didn't do it to me. They have not done anything to me. If you have to physically say that, say it, to remind yourself that you do not need to carry any jaded energy into a new connection when that person hasn't done anything to you yet and hasn't given you any reason to feel jaded towards them, at least. Okay? All of that energy has everything to do with you. That's you. Okay? That's why they're saying, yeah, you're going to have to get ready for this. But these are all things that are going to come up, frustrations that are going to come up that need to be healed solely and individually in order for you to catch up and be ready for this relationship, okay? So it doesn't mean that this person is necessarily going to come in within the next 30 days and you're going to be in a relationship in 30 days. No, they're saying you're preparing yourself within the next 30 days. That way, if he does show up and say hello, or she shows up and says hello, or they do, you're ready. Okay? So, again, you are ridding yourself of anything that is just not relevant anymore. You are focusing on your desires. You're focusing on making yourself feel good, making yourself feel more confident and following through with everything in life, all of your goals, all of your dreams. You're feeling good about it, okay? You're having more fun with this play card. This has been standing out to me a lot. Having more fun in life, enjoying life and the journey and the process, okay? and being open to new love, and remembering that I have to do the work necessary individually to attract a reciprocal relationship. Okay? So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support, and I will be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey, Pile 3. If you chose blue, then this is your reading. If you hear the bird or the vent in the background, I am sorry in advance. It is cold where I am at. Again, today's pick a card reading is on the next 30 days, so we're going to be seeing what you guys have coming in. We're going to start with your tarot first. First out, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. That came out in pile 2. With it, we have Strength, which is another 8. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 6 of Wands in reverse. And the 5 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Alrighty, pile 3. This is different. My pile 3s know we keep getting continuations, the next step, the next step, the next step in our readings, and this is finally something new and something fresh. So we are moving out of previous energy, pile 3. Alrighty, so with this 8 of Swords coming out, that came out in pile 2, like I said, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told them. That 8 of Swords is you guys choosing, especially with the Strength card. You guys are choosing or already chose to free yourself of anything that was making you feel very much so trapped, restricted, or tied down, okay? Anything that was prohibiting you from expanding, growing, and moving forward in life. And with that Strength card, that is you doing it for yourself, you standing up for yourself, you feeling motivated. There was an intention and a motivation and an emotion behind that freedom and freeing yourself, okay? It was bigger than just feeling stuck. It was, I have to do this. I don't have a choice but to do this. I need to do this for myself and my future. I need to do this or I will continue to be the prey and not the predator. And not that you need to be the predator, but would you rather be the prey? You get what I'm saying? So I had to free myself because I didn't have a choice. I don't want to keep living like this. And also, we have the 10 of Cups coming out right after it. I don't want to keep living like this, okay? The 10 of Cups in reverse is talking about there being a dissatisfaction when it comes to the overall lifestyle and home life and family life, what it looks like, your emotional satisfaction and the foundation it stands on. For the majority of you, I think you guys are having a realization that when it comes to your home life and your home dynamic, you're not satisfied and happy with it. And I feel like you guys came to that realization and decided that something has to give and something has to change, because right now there is no satisfaction in it. There is no fulfillment there with the 6 of Wands in reverse. I am not able to live up to my full potential and kind of live in the role even that I would like to. Maybe some of you guys want to be wives or husbands or mothers or fathers, or just even have a solid foundation and home dynamic with a partner, solely just you two. However that may be, maybe you guys are realizing you even want to have a partner to begin with, okay? There are some serious realizations happening within the next 30 days that, or within the last, I almost said within the last 30 days. Maybe you guys had that within the last 30 days. That way, when it comes to this next 30 days, moving forward into this next one, you guys are taking the action now. Okay, so with that 5 of Pentacles, there's talking about there being a lack there of support. There is a lack of support. You're feeling like there may be possible lack of financial support as well, but I'm feeling that there is a lack of community and people around you. I feel like you are feeling there's someone or something missing, okay? And with that 4 of Pentacles at the end, that is almost talking about very strategically searching and scrounging and pulling what you can, okay? So it's almost like you guys are seeking for more. You're looking elsewhere for it. You know that there is something outside of you and your immediate surroundings that is missing from your immediate surroundings. Whether that is a family, whether that is a partner, whether that's a marriage, whether that's a friend, a family, take it how it applies. You're filling in the void. And that void isn't anything that's internal. I mean, it makes you feel a void internally, but it is an external factor that you are drawing in and focusing on within the next 30 days, pile 3, okay? Some of you guys are realizing you want a family. I don't like talking about that so much. Everybody's situation is different, okay? Not everybody even wants kids per se. Not everybody can have kids, you know? But that's why I don't like talking about this stuff. But some of you guys are realizing that you actually do want a family. The whole shebang, okay? We have Tiger with fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. This came out in pile 2 as well, all right? But confidently moving forward with that strength card and not denying yourself anymore of what you truly desire, of course. But with that 6 of Wands, there's something here with roles. Maybe you guys are traditional. Some of you guys are very traditional people, or you feel like there is a masculine feminine dynamic, and of course that's a given. Regardless of how you identify, there is a masculine and feminine dynamic out there, even in the universe. But they're saying, when it comes to the home life specifically, if you identify as the masculine, the divine masculine, then you would like to play the masculine role in the household, and vice versa, if that makes sense, okay? If you're the feminine and you identify as the feminine, then you would like to play the divine feminine role in the household. And if you are individual and by yourself, then that is you doing both on your own, okay? That lack of support and looking for more, looking for help elsewhere, support elsewhere, needing to bring something in because that is something that is outside of you. Of course, we have both the feminine and the masculine within us, but I'm saying bringing a physical aspect into your life, a person, okay? And fire is a masculine energy, by the way. We have dolphin play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Again, pile 2. You guys may have watched pile 2. Or you may want to go watch pile 2. You guys need to have more fun in life. Things have been very much so work, serious energy. No fun, no play, no enjoyment of the process, of the journey, getting out and even being able to attract different people, situations, opportunities, the whole 9. You guys need to put yourself in the same room to even attract people or opportunities. Pile 3, okay? Put yourself out there. You have to physically be available if you are trying to physically attract physical opportunities. Okay? We have the dragonfly with magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed, okay? There's a sense of beauty in this I'm getting, and there's also that lotus blossom in the mud, okay? Things were not always peachy keen for you guys. You guys weren't dealt the easiest hand in life. You get what I'm saying? You guys dealt with some tough stuff, but there was beauty in everything that you guys went through. You learned what you needed to learn, and it prepared you for this moment right now and every moment to come after, okay? And put you guys in the best position possible to be mentally ready. Now, whether you go after it is completely up to you. Majority of you guys obviously are choosing to go after it with that strength card, though. But like, again, there's a sense of not being recognized or seen how you would like to be seen. So part of that transformation could be the physical beauty part of it, okay? Revamping yourself. I'm not saying you guys let yourselves go, but maybe you guys got a little bit comfortable, and maybe you want to spruce it up a little bit if you're going to be putting yourself back out there. Obviously, then do that if that's something that speaks to you, okay? But more so, this is talking about attracting on a energetic level and not just a physical, okay? The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. Remember that I am just as much universe as I am human, and I can manifest and attract anything that I desire almost within reason, and as long as I'm applying myself, of course. So you're no different. You need to remind yourself that, and that there's no reason to have this lack when I can easily attract it as long as I'm ready and I put myself in the energy to attract it. There's no need to be looking for it and scrounging and grabbing for it when I can attract it. There's a huge difference between that. Okay, so if you guys have been looking for love also and like not being able to find it, that was the problem. It's because you were looking for it. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Alrighty. So, you are attractive, bright energy in and of yourself. It's clarifying right there. There is a huge difference, yet again, pile 3, between attracting and seeking, looking, reaching, constantly searching, okay? That was the problem. That was the problem. That's why you couldn't find it. That's why you kept seeking. Doesn't matter if it was love, money, career, opportunities. Doesn't matter what you felt, whatever you felt like you were lacking and searching for. You kept searching, kept looking, kept looking, kept looking. It's because you skipped over a couple steps and you weren't supposed to be looking. You were supposed to be attracting, okay? Let's get you guys some more oracle. We have heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, and perfect. Part of this fire and this flame is opening the heart space, okay? Lighting that spark within yourself. And again, you're not seeking, you're welcoming, okay? So you're opening the heart space to be prepared, and you're inviting it in. If it comes, it comes. If it goes, it goes, okay? They're talking about getting together and perfect here, though. You guys may be the type of people that you go on a date, you be on a date for 5 minutes, or you're on a job interview for 5 minutes, you hear one wrong word and you're headed for the bathroom, okay? You hear one wrong thing and you're like, I'm out of there. That's not gonna necessarily work. You guys may be runners. And that's another reason why that whole seeking thing didn't work as well, because when you did meet someone and you did get together, the very second you got together and it wasn't perfect, you ran. So it's a constant cycle of meeting and running, okay? Being open and receptive is gonna be more up your alley, pile 3, in the next 30 days. We have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances. Grow and transform your life. Pile 3, you already know. We talked about this in all the previous readings. You guys may have an ex, old or new, that is just lingering. You already know it says no second chances. I've said that many times with you, pile 3. Nothing changed today. Nothing changed today. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. Don't dance with the devil, pile 3. Just because it was fun doesn't mean it's healthy. There could be insane chemistry there, but there is an insane chemistry between gasoline and fire too, and you know what? It goes boom. Okay? That's exactly what this is giving me. These two cards coming together is gasoline and fire. But no, it's passionate and there's a lot of chemistry. No, that is a disaster waiting to happen. Absolutely. Okay, so don't even play with fire right now. Healing heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship, or addiction. Exactly. You guys walked away, stay away. We're not entertaining that energy, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Chaser, chasing in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Okay, so I was talking about in this past dynamic you guys got rid of and you're moving out of, the thing that had you tied down to begin with. you guys were the chaser. And now when you're thinking about finding anything else new, you're running. It's like the thought of something new scares you, but deep down you really want it, but you're not recognizing the work that's needed. Take a deep breath, okay? Because you're running yourself. You're running yourself right now when it comes to your love life. Absolutely. Some of you guys, it is talking about money. It's a smaller group of you, it's talking about money for sure, okay? Majority, this is your love life though. You guys left your past relationship. Majority of you are, or you're on your way out the door. And moving forward, you are open, or you want to be, let's say you want to be open to dating and going elsewhere in your love life. But it's also kind of terrifying to you, quite frankly. It is. You guys may need to take a little bit of a longer break, or give yourself at least these 30 days to process and to work on the healing heart. Give yourself the 30 days possibly, okay? And then try again. This is a timeless reading, of course. I am recording this the 1st of December, let's say. So for the month of December, the next 30 days, whenever you're seeing this, give yourself that time to breathe and to process and to fully clear out this X that keeps coming up in our readings, Pile 3. Even if you're new here, okay? Let's get you guys some Stay Positive cards before we close out. Keep a gratitude journal by your bed. Every night, write at least one thing you are grateful for. Every morning, read what you wrote the night before. Review all your entries often and notice the many positive things in your life. Okay, so you guys may need to start writing affirmations and journaling as a way of manifesting. So scripting technically is what it is, but specifically when it comes to healing your heart space and welcoming new energy into your heart space, it doesn't necessarily have to be love, but just making yourself open and receptive enough, affirming that and attracting that. My heart space is open and receptive, okay? And start writing the things that you want to see, start writing the things you want to attract, and then once you start seeing these changes, you're able to look back and reflect like, oh my goodness, I did it, or oh my goodness, this worked. You get what I'm saying? But journaling and scripting is really important for you guys, and consistency is what they want me to say. They want you to be consistent with it, okay? If you have to keep writing the same affirmations, I don't care if you write the same 5 affirmations every day for the next 30 days. If that's what it takes, then do it, okay? When someone asks, how are you? How do you respond? What response are you hoping for when you ask this question? Okay, if this person sends you that hey big head text, don't respond, guys. This isn't our first rodeo. This isn't your first rodeo. If you get that hey, how are you, just seeing how you've been doing, haven't heard from you in a while text message, I mean, what response are you exactly hoping for? If you do respond, like what exactly are you seeking out of this conversation? You get what I'm saying? And also, for the rest of you, if it doesn't apply to a relationship, if someone asks you how you're doing, don't lie and say, oh, everything's okay. If it's not, it's okay to not be okay. The same card came up again, Pile 2. But I said the same thing. It's okay to not be okay, and people are not mind readers. They can't be supportive. They can't be supportive and be there for you if they don't know what's going on, So if you are, you kind of do have a heavy heart right now, and you are working on healing that, and you may need an extra bit of support along the way. Don't be afraid to express that so people actually know what's going on with you, and they know how to respond to you as well. You get what I'm saying? But it is okay to not be okay. If someone asks how you're doing, tell the truth. Heck, I'm not doing the greatest. That's okay. They may just offer you a lending ear, a shoulder to cry on, a hug, or just silence. It doesn't matter. Everybody's different. But support is there if you allow it. And then, like I said, for the rest of you, don't respond. I mean, you have free will, do what you want, but hey, you're here for a reason. Anywho, we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. What do you think this quote means? How does the way we feel about a situation affect the way we view it? Exactly, a biased opinion. Insane chemistry. Of course, Yeah, there's insane chemistry, but just like I said, there's insane chemistry between gasoline and fire too. So your perspective on that will tell you there's, oh, there's insane chemistry. It sounds like a healthy relationship. But then you think about fire and gasoline, you're like, oh my God, that's a disaster. All depends on how you view it. You get what I'm saying? So passion can be good and bad, depending on its dynamic. Okay? Last, we have challenge negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is this true? It might not be. Sorry, pile 3. I'm always going to keep it a buck with you guys. There's a taste of delusional energy here. Believing what you want to believe, believing what feels good to you, and then also denying certain things. I feel like there are certain negative aspects to past relationships or people that you guys ignored and that you guys still possibly have not processed or come to, you guys haven't realized it yet, okay? Is this true? Is the way I'm feeling true? And is the way I'm viewing this situation, this job, this person, this relationship, is this true? Or is this my hopeful or biased opinion of it? Because hopeful, you can hope for anything. You can hope for the absolute best, and the situation is still the absolute worst, okay? And if you have a biased opinion, of course, oh, I think this relationship is great. I don't care what anybody else says, or I think this is great. A biased opinion still isn't going to benefit you from a realistic standpoint, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have try to use positive words when talking. Challenge your friends and family to do the same. So, when talking to yourself, of course, use positive words. But what this is talking about with this chaser dynamic, from the past, you may not have been viewed in the best light or proper light or been appreciated, but also you may not have been spoken to the best way, or the communication, the arguments, the interaction between you guys, even if this is a work dynamic thing, you and your boss, you and your coworkers, regardless, the interactions were not necessarily the healthiest. Moving forward, by you showing other people how to treat you shifts the dynamic of how they will treat you, okay? So how you treat yourself, how you speak to yourself will determine how other people speak to you and treat you, as well as what they are saying. We are cutting off this chaser dynamic because that is not what I am claiming for myself in the first place. A healing heart is what I am claiming for myself. And the way that I treat myself, which I am healing my heart again. So therefore, I'm going to be focusing and working on my self-love and taking care of myself. By me taking care of myself, I'm showing other people, you see what I'm doing for me? You have to do the same and come correct as well, okay? So you're putting yourself on a pedestal right now, okay? You're gonna have to put yourself on that pedestal in order for people to reach you and meet you and treat you the same way. Alrighty, pile 3. So none of this past stuff. I really hope this is the last time this comes up. I'm so, we're not even gonna say it. Anyhow, this is hopefully the last time, pile 3. You guys are moving forward onto bigger and better things, okay? But we're not seeking and scrounging. We are attracting, okay? Focus on that, and you will have good luck coming in the next 30 days. Heck, maybe the next 3 days, guys, okay? Focus on yourself and shifting the dynamic. Treat yourself well, so that way you're teaching other people how to treat you, and try not to entertain any energy beneath you. Doesn't matter if it's at work, home, or with love. Okay, pile 3. So I want to thank you for being here. I hope that resonated with you. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye.